Hello, hello. Hey, Ocean. Hey, Amanda. Miss Jessica. Hey, Jared. What is today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Hey, Love Harley. Hey, Slim JD. Miss Charlotte.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hi.
Woot woot. Hey, Gabs. Miss Sophie. Hey, sweetie. Thank you, that's right. Thank you, Monica. Look at Tracy's curls. We're doing well. How are you, Sophie? Tracy looks real cute with those curls. Does this get easier?
What?
I guess this. I don't know. Thank you, Jolly Jared. We're all pros now, aren't we? The new emotes. Siri, play Anniversary by Tony.
Do you know what today is?
Yeah. Baby.
It's our anniversary. What? some of them gave names. They probably, baby.
What?
Leisha, don't let random people come into our bingo game.
What are you talking about?
I don't think we're at 60. They probably
I
just
think
emailing
we
her
were.
saying,
No,
I'm
I think
on the list.
No, I think we are.
Bingo, baby. That's right.
We haven't played it yet.
We haven't played. Oh, we are? Never mind. I take it back, Leisha.
That was Bree.
Party. I know, but Leisha's the one that said 60 at first.
Oh, okay.
Party. I know.
I thought it was more like 70, honestly. That's how much that's what it felt like. We could fix it tonight if you want.
We are 17 away from our subscriber goal. 17 subs away from our
Yay!
new subscriber goal.
New subscriber goal. Yeah.
And now we're ready for our next affirmation.
How can they join the bingo?
Subscriber only bingo. We will add
they
some
were
more
a
folks.
subscriber.
We're going to add some more folks to the list today.
Yeah.
Which one is Tracy?
Yeah. That makes me
Mi
see.
nombre es Tracy. Ella es Cheryl. Ella es mi esposa, mi reina, mi jefa, mi amiga, mi
Amorcita.
amorcita, mi muñeca, mi trompitas,
Corazón.
mi corazón, mi
manos.
blanco, mi
Your hands and your feet and your todo.
mi gringa, mi amor, mi
Saran wrap.
mi mano, mi cabeza, mi espalda, mi pies, mi chancla. Yo hablo español. Esto no más.
Oh my gosh.
No más que some palabras. Some. ¿Cómo se dice some en español?
I don't know how to say
Unas palabras.
that. Yeah.
Pero yo tengo vergüenza a veces, como yo necesito practicar más.
On the lives. That's what the lives are for.
Yo necesito practicar más. Algunas palabras. Sí, 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 sí. Who's Mimi?
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. Mimi and I were texting today.
Oh, you were?
That's what I can't wait to see her in New York.
That's my mom,
Mimi.
you guys.
We need a Mimi emote.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're gonna get a Mimi emote. Is there a Jax emote in there, baby? I thought you said you put a Jax emote.
There was.
You took
I
it
put,
out?
well, it was in there for, yeah.
Oh, well, I was asking you today. I thought you put one in there.
No, it was
today.
already in there.
So you didn't put another one. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Because they were asking for a Jax emote. I'll give you the one with him giving the side eye today. He was like doing. I
Yeah.
sent it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, he's giving the
No,
side
we
eye.
had one in, but I took it out
But
to
it was
put
of
the
us.
new ones.
It was the three of us.
I know.
So he had his own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we worked that out. It's Auntie C's mom.
Everyone's saying hi, Mimi.
You're practically Dominican auntie. Better that? King Jack's the potato.
That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry, baby.
That's
Affirmation.
okay. Thank you, Lou. Okay, this is my favorite. And it was in the jar twice from two different people that I've seen so far. You are more than enough. This one is from Jade Inman. Thank you, Jade. This is for all of us. You are more than enough. Right, baby?
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Mimi and Jeff, what?
Are going to New York.
Yeah, we're all going.
We're excited.
Okay, I love this one too. You deserve to be happy. You know, there are a lot of people that don't allow themselves.
Do they not believe they're deserving of
Yeah,
it? They
they're
don't
not,
think they deserve
they
it.
think they're not deserving. Yeah. You deserve to be happy. And that is from Becca.
Beautiful Becca. She's not here. She's
Our
probably
sweet
sleeping.
royal Rebecca. Beautiful Becca.
Beautiful Becca's night-night.
Yep.
Okay? She's night-night.
And the
Baby.
last one, unless you want me to say
No,
this one.
go ahead.
Okay. I haven't read this one before either, and I love it. I am valued, valuable, and worthy. And that's from our sweet Ocean.
Aww. Thank you, Ocean. They always say such thoughtful things. Thank you, Ocean.
Okay, those are our affirmations for today. We may have some later on too. You never know. Okay, so we're going to talk about marriage.
Or you want to do a gift first?
Oh, we can do a gift. We have
And then we'll do cake at the end? We'll do the gift, then marriage, then the cake.
and then the cake.
Okay.
Sounds good.
How do y'all think that goes? So we'll do gifts, marriage, cake, sub bingo invitations.
Yeah.
I'm a little sleepy, so if I get a little, I'm kind of delirious, baby. I'm kind of sleepy.
Yeah.
Yo tengo sueño. We did, Kaylee. March 26th was our wedding day. It's kind of warm. Let me turn the air on.
Thank you for that, Lou. Okay, I'm going to open these and we'll read them when you get back.
Can y'all please double tap our anniversary?
T said to double tap that screen for our anniversary. Oh, that's why it's hot, baby.
Yeah. I had it down, but it's still warm.
It was a little warm here today.
Do you know what today is? It's my wife's anniversary. Made for you and me.
She's dancing for me, guys.
Tomorrow may come and I'll still be married to you because it's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. No matter what TC fan, they always gotta say something to T. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. Oh, baby!
She didn't know I turned the camera. She was in it.
Baby.
What?
What? I can't believe you did me like that.
Did you like what? They had to see you serenading me and dancing for me. Right, TC fam? Is something ringing?
My phone.
Okay. You want to read the
wanna know
card?
who it is?
No? You want to read the card?
You can read it, baby.
Okay.
My baby likes this. She likes. Shh.
It's payback for screaming in her ear.
Megan.
I'm telling you.
Y'all, can I tell you something? That video, where was I when you posted it? I was working. Oh, I was working. My wife posted that video of the ear thing. First, so, y'all, I laughed out loud in the middle of like a bunch of people. I was in a common workspace working away from home. I took care of a friend and took her to the doctor. So I was working in this big workspace and I busted out laughing when I went. And I'm like, Tracy, you're the one that did it. So why are you laughing so hard? And I think what it is, I told her, is that, we do this on live. We're not watching ourselves. So usually I don't rewatch lives unless I'm clipping a little bit here and there. And I just kept laughing, saying, I was like, is that us? Baby, is that who we are?
Is that who we
Is
are?
that what we represent?
Looks like it. Oh. Okay. Go ahead, baby.
I said. I'm sorry. Is this who we are? Is this what we represent?
I said.
Okay, baby.
Okay. We have our first card. Would you like to read it?
Go ahead.
It says, I don't need an excuse to think about you and wish you a wonderful day, because thinking of you both makes any day brighter. Always remember the love and light you share
Comes back
to you tenfold. Once again, thank you for being what this world needs more of. Love, kindness, joy, togetherness, unity, safeness, etc. Love you so much. Pastor Shan.
Thank you, Pastor Shan. Thank you so much. Before we see the gift that Pastor
Thank you,
Shannon.
Shannon.
Oh, No, that's not the gift from her. You all, she was shady with the edit. They said you were shady with the edit.
How was I shady?
Baby, you know why?
Why?
Because you didn't tell me, like, do you trust? I said, I'm not going to yell, and then I yell. But that's not how it went.
Well, I just decided to set it up a little different.
See?
Because I'm creative, and you get to do whatever you want when you're creative. And it was funny.
She said, if she wasn't pretty, I would delete the video.
Who said that?
Me, I'm saying it. But if
Well, you were laughing at it.
I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my God, is that really me? And when y'all send pictures of us, I'm like, baby, are those our faces? Is that how we look on the lives?
Oh my God, when we look at those emotes, you have no idea how much we laugh.
All the time. Okay.
The funnier they are, the crazier they are, the more we love them. So just keep them coming. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I can get it. Go ahead. Who's it from?
I don't know.
Are you gonna read it?
Oh, here we go. Now we got it. We're on the same page now. Hi, T&C. Been a viewer since day one, but have only recently subscribed. Thought I would send some poetry from a talented college friend. You both have inspired me to start daily affirmations. Thank you. From Michaelin. Lady Gay Gay on TikTok.
Lady Gay Gay, if you were here, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You want to show them the book? Show them. It's a book of poetry from her friend.
From Daje Brock is the name of the author.
Thank you. There she is. Lady Gay Gay 123. Thank you so much. We're so glad that you started doing your affirmations and journaling, hopefully them. That's awesome.
In the back of it says, every time I think I've read the last chapter of our story, there's a new book added to the series.
Isn't that the truth?
We love poetry. We cannot
Isn't
wait.
that the truth? Every time I think, Lady Gay Gay, I think it's Michaelin, maybe. Every time I think I know our whole story, C does something new to surprise me, and it adds a whole new chapter.
Gotta keep it spicy.
We should have said things you didn't know about each other before you got married.
That could be another line.
installment. Things we learned after we got married.
Yeah. Well, you can tell them. I don't care.
No,
You can tell them all.
not too much on Auntie C.
Thank you, Slim JD. So this other box T was telling you is super heavy, and I don't know how we're going to, we can't pick it up. It's on the floor. Do you want me to get down there and cut it open and just open it?
Yeah.
You want to turn the camera that way or something, or just wait until I
because I
open
don't
it?
have to-
Okay,
it'll
I'm
move.
going to go down here and just cut it open and see what's going on inside this box. While T talks to you.
It's more than that, Cassie. What do we get? It's really heavy. I couldn't even carry it,
And it's big.
and it's big.
But you can
And
read
so-
you can read this, baby.
It's how you had that knife coming towards me.
I'm sorry, look.
And so the valet concierge helped bring it up, and he said, "What's in this box?" And we were like, "We don't know. We're just bringing it in our house." This says, "Enjoy your gift." Huh?
This is perfect.
What is it? Enjoy your gift in case you need somewhere to store your shade button. Love you guys, from Kimberly Gardner.
I can't pick it up, but I'm going to tell you what it is and why it's so perfect.
I want to see it.
Okay, go. You can go over there and look.
But you
I can't pick it up
out of the box.
I don't think so. Do you want me to try, or just tell you what it is?
Both.
Okay, look up.
No, can
It's. Can you look? Can you see?
It's a cabinet. It's a roll. It's a rolling something.
It's a roll.
Oh my God! Yes,
It's
Lord,
a
thank you,
rolling
Jesus.
cabinet with little drawers for our microphones,
Oh my
for
God.
our shade button, for our gavels, for all of our TC fam paraphernalia for lives. That's what it is. Because that's
I
what
love
she
it.
said. She said someplace to put your shade button.
Kimberly.
It's for all of our goodies.
Kimberly Gardner, if you're here, thank you so much.
We needed that. You have no idea.
If y'all could see, we
Yeah.
have furniture. If
Yeah.
you all could see, we have our live, it's a whole production, y'all.
Yeah.
It's a whole production.
And this is going to keep us organized. This is fabulous.
I kind of love
That's
it.
why it's so heavy.
And then when at the end of our live, we're going to show you our table where we play cards, what our table looks like after every live, and it just shows you like just our process of going through stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is that her? Wait, Kimmy, is that you? I made sure to get black.
Yay! That's the color we
Thank
wanted.
you,
Kimmy,
Kimmy.
it's perfect.
I wish we could show them.
Well, I can hold on.
Well, no, I mean out of the box. We'll show you when we get it, when we put it
We'll
together.
put it together and then we'll show you guys. But we are so excited because all of our stuff is in a little pile over there by the
window.
by the piano and by the window. Piano's black, so it's going to fit in perfectly right behind
Her
that
wife
little
is
column.
black?
My wife is black. What else?
Thank you, Kimmy. We love it
Kimmy,
so much.
it's perfect.
You
You
were
did
so
a great
thoughtful.
job. Yes.
We
And how
literally-
did you know that's what we needed?
We literally needed so much
We needed
help
it.
even just to get it up here. And then we are so excited because our stuff is normally all on the table or on the corner by the window.
Yeah. And when we do lives, we have chairs next to our chairs
Yeah.
that have stuff all over them.
We'll show you.
So
See?
now we can just have our.
See, look. See, affirmations.
And over here I have.
Here's our
mine.
gavel. Here's the shade. Here's my phone. Here's a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Here's my babies.
And there's mine.
And the affirmation, the jar of affirmations are in front of us.
Yeah.
It's our anniversary. Are y'all double tapping for our anniversary?
There we go.
Awesome. So someone was asking earlier about Lee.
Yes.
We've not seen Lee today,
We have
But-
not seen Lee.
but Lee, tell him, baby.
Well, if you were on our last live, you know we had a little chat with Lee, and she was all excited and a little nervous because she got engaged, was about to be engaged, and she got engaged, and she's super excited. And so she said she was going to be on live tonight, so we hope we see her. If she shows up, you guys make sure you, shout out to her. Yeah.
So she is, oh, you saw her TikTok? She is engaged and she's happy. And so we're so happy for her.
Yeah, we are.
And for her fiance.
We are, right? Lee married Lee.
No, we've not seen Lee yet.
Not yet.
You know, Lee would have been
But she said
funneling
she was gonna
roses
be
if
here.
she was here. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get to our marriage stuff, you guys, and then we're gonna do our cake, and then we're gonna let y'all go night night.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
Let you start it, baby. How is this gonna start?
Well, we kind of made a little kind of monthly outline for 18 months with some of the events that happened, just so we could kind of recap and remember all the things. So we'll just kind of start there, and I'm sure it's going to go all over the place. But I can start with that first.
And while we're talking, we may not, stop to say thank you for the gifts. It's not because we don't see them and appreciate them. We just want to make sure we're able to get our little words out, okay? So thank you all in advance for all of the gifts and the love. We want you to double tap for our anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, so the very first thing I learned about tea was March/April, and March is T's birthday month, and many of you know that she's not very willing to share that time, with anyone because it's her month, the whole month of March. So there was a lot of conversation that had to happen around us setting our wedding date. And I kind of thought she was kidding when I first heard, it's my birthday month period. But when I realized that she was considering, us getting married in April because 3 days after her birthday, 26th, was just too soon. It was still March. So that's the first thing I realized about your Auntie T.
Well, and part of that is, it's important that our anniversary is not merged with my birthday or even hers, that we have a separation of celebrations because things kind of start merging when it gets real close. And I really didn't want that to happen. So I'm surprised she started with that. But, we got married March 26th.
Well, that's
right?
the first month, love. That's the first thing I really learned when we were trying to get married.
But this is after we got married, the first month of being married.
Huh?
It's about the first month of being married, no?
It says March, April.
Anything else you learned during that first month?
Lots of things, but I just want to start with that because that was my first lesson.
And then I compromised. I'm not sure what the lesson was because I said, okay. And we got married 3 days after my birthday. So even now it's still like I want to make sure that my birthday is my birthday.
And it is.
I got engaged on my birthday and it wasn't a fan. You wanted a separate day. That's right. Yeah, your own little separate day. Jack's peeking in the back. Can you see him?
He just walked by. I don't know where he went.
I think he went in the office. Your office. So in the first month, we didn't live together right when we got married. We wouldn't, we didn't want. Was not willing to move in until we were married. But then when we got married, I was in a lease, and so I wanted to make sure that I did right by my lease before I got out. So we were married, and I didn't move in for a couple of months when we got married. So it was kind of different because we were kind of transitioning into we were married, which was awesome and exciting. We weren't living together, so there's still this element of trying to find our space and connect, which was very interesting. And then I moved in. And so I would say, April, May is about when we moved in. Before that, I started having a lesson around not everyone can come with you. And I've said this before, we've talked about this in one of our lives, that not everyone can come with you. And, having deep connections and deep relationships and friendships and all of that, not everyone should be able to enter the space with you and your new relationship or partner. This is not about cutting people off that are your best friends or there for the right reason and really truly happy for you. I'm not saying that, but there's some people who may be on the sidelines who are low key
should have been me.
She said it. Mm-hmm. And so not everyone can come to you in your relationship. So I really learned that as much as I had connections and friendships with a couple of folks that at the end, it was important to me that I had someone in my life, whoever's in my life has to respect the sanctity of my marriage, has to respect my wife, our relationship. And so I learned pretty quickly that this is not you dating somebody and hanging out for a year or two, or you hanging out or whatever, and you can still have your individual friendships and relationships, and then your wife it's not like that. We still have our own space for our own people, but you have to have people in your space who really are there for you, in it to win it, and really authentically supporting your relationship, not just on the surface, but they're really supporting it. And that was what I learned early on, probably before I even moved in. I was I already see there's going to be some adjustments in my circle, adjustments that need to happen.
May I speak on that just a little bit?
Of course.
Everyone in T's circle was invited to participate in our life and be a part of, us. And some people, just weren't comfortable with that and couldn't support us.
And you have in your life too.
Yeah,
we're not.
I was talking about.
It's both of us. Yeah. So, and the message is that basically everyone can come with you, whether it's with me or with her. And so I learned that early on. And it's kind of a hard lesson too, because you want it. You want your wife, you want your relationship, you want everything to be amazing, and you want everyone to rally around you and be as excited for you. But the reality is, not everyone is.
Yeah, it's true. And that really puts your friendships, kind of to test, your relationships to test, because if they really do love you, then they should, in theory, love who you love. And they should support that. But, I think a lot of times those friendships kind of have a hidden agenda. That's what I realized in my life, and maybe in Tracy's life too. That's probably true. And, when you are committed, to someone else and you're not just hanging out all the time with them, and they're in hopes of more, it just brings it all clear. Makes it all clear.
That's true. And someone said, like, the whole reason, season, lifetime, you may think these are people who'll be in your life for a lifetime, but then you realize it really was a season of your life. And there are multiple seasons in your life. And so not everybody deserves to go with you. And so I think I learned that lesson a couple months into the relationship. Yeah. Anything else with that? Oh, this is what you were going to say in April, May.
Oh, let me see.
Double tap, y'all. Thank you, Lou.
This is kind of interesting. T and I were talking about this at dinner tonight, and so we decided that it was something that might be helpful to you guys. But, I've been married before to men, and that is in itself a very different dynamic, just male, female, and how do I start this, baby?
I mean, just say it like it
Okay,
is.
well,
Just like we said it.
just like we said it. I grew up believing a certain way, and what was modeled to me was, the man is kind of the head of the household, and he takes care of things, and you kind of just respect and follow, right? And I found myself, like most of my life, waiting on a man, and whether it's to open the door or take care of this or take care of that, and I realized that being married to a man, the world kind of revolved around me. I'm the mother of the kids, and I don't know how to explain it any other way than that, but it revolved around me. And I knew when I decided that I wanted to marry Tracy that I wanted everything to be different, and it needed to be different, because I didn't want to wait the rest of my life for a man to plan Valentine's, or a man decide if he wanted to marry me, or a man, and I'm not bashing men at all. I'm just saying this was my experience, because I love men. I love all you guys here. It's just a different dynamic. And I made a decision that when Tracy and I decided I wanted to live my life with her, that that would be different. That I would show up and not think about what was going to be done for me, but to give everything I have. And that's been the biggest improvement in my life. And this marriage is completely different than my other marriages. And yeah.
And this part too.
This? I said that.
Oh, I missed that.
That's all right.
Maybe my alarm was going off. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. And you wanna talk about that too, or do you want to add to that what we were saying at lunch today?
We were talking about this because we were kind of thinking about what are we going to add for our TC fam in terms of our thoughts. One thing she said was, before it was all about me, as in herself, and pleasing me, making sure I'm happy, making sure I'm good. And she said in this relationship, like every moment I'm thinking about, how can I make T smile, how can I make her day easier, how can I make her happy. And so just the shift that happened within her, because I asked her, what have you learned about yourself since we've been married? This was at lunch over a salmon salad. We're being all deep, like, what have you learned about yourself since we've been married? And she was like, wow. And then she talked about, I learned, like, I don't have to wait for someone to do something. I can do it. And I proposed to you. I wasn't waiting for you to propose to me. In the past, I would have just waited for someone to propose to me or what have you. And so I love that, because these are not conversations necessarily that we have. Like, what have you learned since we've been married? Not so theoretical, but so it's great to be able to hear, her thoughts on that too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's the biggest change I've noticed in myself.
Yeah.
I mean, true difference. T makes me a better person. This marriage makes me a better person. I'm better now in relationship, in marriage, in commitment, in everything than I've ever been in my life. Yeah. And it's because this type of relationship requires growth. It requires you to push yourself beyond what you believed, you know, or what you thought was right. It requires you to see someone else before you see yourself. Yeah, so I would highly recommend it to anyone.
If you're ready, you gotta be ready.
If you're ready, that is the truth, baby.
Yeah.
That's the truth. You have to be ready.
And you may think you are, you know, but just making sure that you really truly are ready. We'll talk about more.
Yeah, we got lots more to
But
tell
before
you.
we go to the next one, we want y'all to double tap, because we have a lot of nuggets to share with y'all, but we're not gonna just give them away. Y'all gonna have to like double tap, throw a rose or two.
Something.
It's my baby. It's our anniversary. My baby got her hair done for y'all today. So that deserves
My fingers are going to fall off, they said.
some roses for my wife.
You guys are so sweet.
Anissa said
Thank you,
her thumb is
Anissa.
tap dancing.
Let's lose those fingerprints.
Thank you for the roses. For
Thank
the
you,
gifts.
Sarah May.
So we're at 245 likes, 1,000 likes. Okay, we can talk some more, and then we're going to come back to you and say, okay, take care of us. Give us some likes or some double taps. Okay. Then it was May and June. May into June.
Tell them what happened in May, love.
Araceli, we know everybody's been talking to Lee. Araceli, we know Lee is here. Okay. Yeah, we've all been talking to Lee and congratulating her and her fiance. Okay.
What
Now-
happened in May,
Now
love?
can we get back? So I got out of my lease with a little bribing, got out of my lease. And you all, like the year before, I had just remodeled my entire, not remodeled, but got all, what do you call that when you
Refurnished.
refurnished my entire house, almost the whole house. Spent a ton of money getting my little house right and all that. And then I got
Her
married.
designer helped her. I helped you pick things
Yeah.
out.
But you tried to charge me.
I did not, baby. That's
Anyway. Can I have a kiss?
You sorry?
I saw it.
Okay, good.
So then I was like, well, I gotta move. Well, you know, homegirl over here had a house full of furniture. She got model homes in different places. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna get rid of a lot of stuff, and then the things I want to keep, we're gonna just, you know, store in one of the model homes. And so we did that. So I came in, I was like, oh my God, Jax, you know, you and I are moving into our new home
With your new mama.
with your new mama. And so there's actually more than one setting on the thermostat. That's what I learned in May or June. I have to compromise on the temperature of the house. That may seem simple, petty. It's not, y'all. That's real.
When I went to T's house to help her pack and move to come here. What? Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
She's already got an attitude. What's that about? So I went over there, and I really didn't know that she likes it like a refrigerator, an icebox. I had no idea. And it was so cold, I literally couldn't stand it. And all of her friends were coming and going and helping pack and taking things out and all that. And they were like, you didn't know? She freezes us all to death. It was on 65, at least. I mean, yeah, 65. You couldn't stand it. It was like a meat locker. Anyway, so I thought, I don't know how we're going to deal with this, because she didn't really know yet that I slept on 74. Go ahead, baby.
Crazy. So moving in, it's like we got the temperature. So here are my first thinking, like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm hot at night. I can't do this. We got to do something with the temperature. I'm used to burning candles. She don't like candles burning. I have my plugins. She's not a fan of plugins. I'm like, this going to be an issue, because these are all the things that
Look, she hadn't even moved in yet.
hadn't even moved in. I was like, oh Lord, this ain't gonna work, because I gotta have smell goods. I like to have things, you know, my TV is on a certain channel. I mean, all of this, you know, I was 48. Like, you know, I'm like, dang, you know, I've been doing this for a long time by myself. And here I am.
I was 62, been doing it longer.
And I was like, I don't know about this, God. I know that you are all knowing, but you might have messed up on this one. I had a conversation with the man upstairs.
What'd he say? Come on, girl.
I just
That's
say,
what he said.
I know
Come
you
on,
were
girl.
all knowing. Anyway, so the first month, it was really around like, okay. And she's very I'm particular too, but she is in her own way. There are ways she likes things a certain way. I like things a certain way. And it was different. It was different.
It's the designer in me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anything else in the first month? Living together and all that?
No, I can speak a little bit on that if you want me to.
Yeah.
And none of this is an issue any longer. And we're sharing this with you so that you may be able to see how you can work through something similar, because we never are going to have the same experiences. But I'm going to give you my perspective, and she just gave you her perspective. All of you guys know I'm an interior designer, and my home has always been my showroom, because I can do a job for a client and then I can't show it again. I might have pictures of it, but I most of the time can't take my new clients to show them my work. So I've always had my home set up so that I could bring clients and hopefully have a model too that I can take them to, which in this case we did. But I was used to living with this mentality, this mindset, singleness, me by myself. I don't make a mess. I had out the finest everything, silk rugs and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't have a pet. Now, I know what it is to live with pets because I've had pets, the whole time my kids were growing up. But I didn't have a pet and, no small children and all that. So, we were living in the showroom. But quickly, I understood and realized when Sweet Jax came, that I wanted him to be comfortable, and I wanted Tracy to feel welcome and to know that they were both welcome. And I also wanted to feel comfortable too. Yeah. So we made adjustments there. T went, can I tell them what happened that weekend? I don't know if it was a weekend, maybe it was during the week. I don't remember, but anyway, T was gone. And I changed out rugs and changed the guest bedroom to T's office and just set everything up for T and Jax.
And that took a minute though, because I even told her in the beginning, I was like, just before so you all know, we had a conversation about which home we're moving into. Like, she was willing to come to my home. Mm-hmm. I could have come to hers. I like the setup over here better. We have, 2 master suites. I'm able to have my own closet and all of that. And so we just had more space here. So we chose to come here. But it was very important to me though, that I felt like this was my home and not me moving into C's home. And so, I look around and I'm like, well, I need to make sure that I'm represented in this home too, right? It's not, I know it's all set up beautifully and all that, but it has to be my home too. And that means the art that I want on the wall. And it means like, the things I want in my closet or my bathroom. And so those are all things, you guys, that we had to talk through. Mm-hmm. It didn't just happen. I've lived with one person my entire life. One person. So at 48, and I'm like, now what I have to do what? I don't have this. I can't do this. It was a very weird, and in my mind, it was like, I can't. So we literally had to work through that the first 3 months, at least the first few months, you guys, of walking in, this being, and me saying like, where's my place? I got to find my place here. And that's part of, because I'd only been by myself. So that was the other thing. And then Jax having to renorm, and she wasn't used to a dog. And so like, she wanted Jax to eat snacks in the kitchen on the rug. And Jax is used to like getting his treat and running anywhere in the damn house he wanted to run, because he's the king.
And his favorite spot here was the silk rug.
Oh yeah. So he'd take his little treat and get on my wife's, I don't know how much it costs, rug. He's a dog. He doesn't care, right? But for me, it was like, I don't want my dog to have to eat the treat in the kitchen. So I will tell you, in the beginning, she taught him that. And so then she did that and he learned, but now he does whatever he wants.
No, he eats his treats in the kitchen. It's so cute.
He still runs sometimes, but mostly he doesn't.
No, he takes those little treats because I taught him, and he can have as many treats as he wants, but he can have them right here on this rug that he rolls on and does everything on. It's fine.
But again,
sorry.
Go ahead.
It's, for me, it was no different than raising a child and, teaching them boundaries and respect, for people's belongings. And, so Jax became my kid. So I was like, come on, boy, we're gonna eat in the kitchen.
And Jax was like, girl, I'm 12. At that point, I'm 12 years old. I've been doing this my whole life. I know you're not going to try to tell me I could eat here or wherever.
He learned, he got in line real quick.
Yeah, he's fine now.
But he never complained. As long as he had his little treat, he was just fine. He didn't care where he had it. He was just used to running, having the run of the house.
Yes, Lord, I love it.
Yeah. So, but new Marshall in town.
Again, To me, it was like her house, her rules. That's not the way I want to raise my son. That's not what I want. So the reality is, you guys, it took conversation. It took debate. It was not easy. She is a Leo. I am an Aries. We are both fire signs, very independent women, which we've had to manage in this relationship. Okay.
Snacks in the kitchen. That's it. Yeah, we just
This
talked
one.
about that one. Okay, you want to talk about that one?
July, August. What did I learn in July or so? That I can't just leave the house whenever I want to. Huh? I mean, I'm just going, where are you going?
Unannounced.
Oh, where are you going? I'm just going to watch, I'm going to run around. I don't know. Okay, but, so you have to learn that it's like,
Are you
it's
coming
not
back?
checking
Are we
in.
having dinner?
It's
Like,
not saying, baby, is it okay
not
if
asking permission.
Baby, it's my story.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So she wasn't saying like, oh, where are you going and when are you coming home? She's never been like that. But it was like, okay, where you go? I'm like, I don't know, probably have lunch or something. Just go kick it, hang out. Baby, you can't be single and married at the same time. You can't be single, doing your thing, hanging out, going to the shop, washing your car, and be married at the same time. So, again, that's been my life, my entire life. So all of a sudden, I got a wife. And I'm like, well, shoot, I probably shouldn't be out that long, doing my Tracy day because my wife's at home or we're going to probably have dinner or something. So I learned that probably a couple of months in.
She had never even thought about it. I could tell because the way she was, like when we first got married, I was okay, whatever, This is new.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, baby. I had no idea what to expect either. So it was a learning curve for both of us, no doubt.
And what about you?
What's up?
You were used to doing your thing and running and going and
Yeah, I'm going to say it just like this because this is what it was. Before Tracy and before being married, I had a lot of time I spent out, at restaurants and with friends and socializing. And it would be lunch with one person and dinner with another person, or lunch turned into dinner. But it was, 6 or 7 days a week, I was always out and about. You know this. Because when we first started dating, we were out and about together. So she knows exactly, what my life looked like. And I feel now that I have this amazing life at home with my wife, who is my favorite person to spend time with. I feel like I'm no longer piecing my life together. One lunch at a time, one dinner at a time, I would work and then that would be my whole rest of my life. And yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. It's really nice. Yeah.
her like being at home now.
I love being home. Oh my God, I love being home.
Okay, so we're about to go into August. August, September. What's going on in our marriage? Last August, September. Before we get to that, we want you to double tap, show some love for our
How
anniversary.
many do we have now? 314.
It's our
315.
18th month anniversary. We have lots of nuggets we're going to be spitting out for you all tonight. Thank you, Lee, for the roses. She got engaged and she's celebrating us. Thank you so much.
We love you,
Appreciate
Lee.
that. Kia's calling. Thank you for the love. Over 1,100 viewers right
Yay,
now
welcome.
for our anniversary
We're
live.
glad you're here.
Appreciate it. We are, where are we?
Thank you, awesome Ashley.
Oh, thank you, awesome Ashley. We're 13 subs away from our goal. 13 subscribers away from our goal. And now we're about to go into last August, September.
Yeah.
This is my wife's natural hair color. She's, she touched up the gray a little bit, but it's her hair. It's her hair color. Right, baby?
Yeah. It used to be more red than this, actually. Yeah. Yeah. I have a whole family full of redheads. Thank you, Jolly Jared.
Thank you, Pretty Mills. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's go. What was August? Let's see. Oh. You want to say the first part and then I'll say the last part?
It got rough.
It got rough.
August, September, I was like, God.
I think I hadn't brought the candles in yet.
We still didn't have candles.
Yeah, I
We
think
still
I
didn't
think
have...
the candles were breaking the deal.
I said, God, I know that you are all knowing, but are you sure? Are you sure, God?
I don't smell fabuloso.
That's true.
I
know
don't have any plugins.
Jax had to eat on the rug.
Jax is eating on the kitchen floor.
It's Leo season. That's right. I know.
And
Y'all,
it was Leo season.
I was like, look, God, it's me
She
again.
wasn't having it.
So I really started thinking like, I love her so much. And I know that we're going to make it. We're supposed to be doing this. But this is really hard. I didn't imagine that I would have to, be thinking about second guessing any decision that I made, because I was like, this is my person, right? But it's so hard. And in the past, close your ears, my baby, because she don't like me to say anything about the past.
They're wide open.
In the past, I was quick to exit. Baby, why are you shaking your head? In the past, I was quick to exit. It got rough. It got a little, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I mean, having a relationship was fine, but I was very career oriented. I had lots of great friends. I was just fine, right? So I was quick to exit. And this time I was like, God, do I need to exit? Is this not, it got hard, right? And it was then that my wife and I really started having deeper conversations about commitment. And she really challenged me. She really challenged my thinking, my relationship maturity. And she talked about what you always say about commitment. Do you want to tell them the statement you always say? Because it really was like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because you all will see us now. But just know that first year, y'all, you gotta really push through and make sure this is what you want, because it's easy to walk away. I know, because I've done it my whole life.
And these are normal things. You're gonna go through it. We're just sharing with you, so maybe it will help you, when you're faced with something similar or the same thing. But I began to, I knew Tracy shared with me that she was always the person who left her relationships. When things got tough, she was out, and just kept it moving. And so I knew that about her, but that was not the way I saw her. I had never experienced that with her. And so when it started happening in our space, I thought, okay, I'm not going to take this personally, because this is just how she responds to, a situation not being ideal for her. And so we're going to talk about this. I decided we're going to talk about this. And so I began to, share with her things that I felt and think I've learned, over the years. And the first thing was, it's not love that keeps the commitment. It's commitment that keeps the love. And we've talked about this here before, because the feeling of love, can come and go. It is a feeling. And, if I look at Jax wrong, she may think I don't love her and I don't love him, and what the hell are we doing here, kind of thing. But that's not the case, So you have to be very careful not to place everything you have on your feelings, because those are going to change day to day, several times during a day. You guys know what I'm talking about. So if you do have that love, and you do make a commitment to stay together and to build a life together, you rely on that commitment. So no matter what I'm feeling, no matter what she's feeling, I say, I am not going anywhere. We're going to work this out. Because if you think that door can open anytime you need it to, you're not going to be committed to working through things. You're going to be fighting for your own point of view to be heard and stand, instead of, let me just sit quiet for a minute, because maybe I don't understand what she's talking about. Maybe I don't understand where she's coming from. And maybe she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. And you pipe down a little bit and you begin to listen, because you have a different goal. You have a shared goal. So that I think so far in our entire marriage it's not now, but was our biggest obstacle to overcome. I truly do.
But baby, during that time, you also questioned.
I've never questioned. Never, not one time. Never, not one time is what I've told you 1,000,000 times. Tell me. Okay, then tell me.
There's one time.
tell me.
Because you had finished the walking and you were going to meet me like for lunch. And we
what?
talked on the phone and you told me.
What did I tell you?
You know what you told me.
I don't know. If I remembered, I would say it. I don't remember.
You were not
ever.
sure about moving
Okay.
forward, basically.
Okay. Well, it happened one time then. But that is not something that I have ever entertained or considered our entire marriage. Even in the hardest times, when T was really, really, really struggling. Yeah. It was hard. Mm-hmm. And so, what's the next part of that one, baby?
We need to double tap first.
Oh, you guys have to double tap, my wife said.
It's my wife's. It's our anniversary. We're sharing all kinds of nuggets with y'all. Show us some love. Yeah, it is. It is scary to trust your emotions sometimes.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely cannot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just for relationships. That's a life lesson, truly.
That's true. Thank you, Megan and Gardening Fan, for the roses. Appreciate that. Carrie said, counseling sessions, I'm here for it. And you guys, we're only through August, September of last year. We still have another 12 months to talk to y'all about.
Can I tell them about
course.
this particular thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You gonna tell on me?
we've already told them. But
You can tell them
but it's
again. We have 1,100
it's very much
people.
in
They're
line
probably
with,
new.
with what we're talking about. It happened may I tell them, baby?
Of
Is it
course.
okay? It happened 2 different times that I remember. And it could have happened more than
17.
that. But it may happen
No,
17.
twice.
I'm not sure. I'm teasing.
You.
You hot? You hot? I'm not being shady.
Go ahead, baby.
I don't remember where we were, but we were on
Can't get it
vacation.
back.
Do you remember on vacation?
Mexico
baby.
City.
Mexico City. We were in Mexico City.
What are you gonna tell them?
You told me I could tell them.
You can tell me anything you want.
Okay. I'm not.
And I can tell anything I want too.
Absolutely. We were having one of these moments where T wanted to go because whatever it was we were talking about, and I honestly don't remember, and it doesn't matter because what we're talking about is how to solve it, you know. But she was like, she packed her bag in the court. Yeah, thank you for the boxing gloves. In the hotel room, she packed her bag and she was walking towards the door, and I just sat there watching her. I didn't say a word, and she just kept fussing and fussing, and I just let her fuss. Do you remember that? And she, after about 30 minutes plus of fussing and fussing with her bag, she turned around and carried her bag into the other room and started unpacking her bag. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think if we're allowed, if you can allow your person during times like that where they're just spinning, you know, and there's really nothing you can do. I mean, I could have jumped up and said, no, you're not going to leave. And then that would have been a whole nother argument, you know? But I really felt that it was important that T kind of figure out what she was feeling and why, and figure out herself that she wanted to stay. That was the most important thing for me to know. And I let her do that in whatever way she needed to do that. And it happened one other time here at the house. I don't remember what month, but we were here at the house, and it was after the time T went to the other room with her blanket and Jax and her charger.
And my phone.
For the first and only time. But we were sideways about something months later or whatever, and she said she was going to go. And I just had to tell her, this time I wasn't quiet because we're months into it further now, and you know, and I was just like, surely we're not going to be going through this again, but we were. And so I told her, I said, I just want to make sure you understand one thing very clearly. That door that you're about to walk out of, it only works one way. So when it closes behind you, that's that. And she kept, see what you do? What do you do?
I wasn't doing that. I wasn't
That
doing
means
that.
fussing. You were fussing. You
Oh.
were fussing. I'm saying fussing. And then I told her, don't make me go get us a 1-bedroom apartment so you can't go to the other room or, get away. Run away is really what it was.
So part of our challenge, you guys, I want to jump in here because part of our challenge is we told you all this, some of you all know this, we respond differently to issues or challenges. My wife shuts down. She will not talk. She gives me the silent treatment. She goes in her, in the other part of the house and won't say a word. And I'm the one that's like, no, we got to talk. So imagine someone like me that's like, I want to talk. Let's talk about this. And someone sitting there looking like this. It doesn't make you want to like run up to them and hug on them and talk. I mean, they're like, so that has been it still is, you guys. It still is something that we work through, to be honest. I mean, my wife said she's working on that part. And for me
Not shutting down.
And for me to, what I want, and we said this, like, I want you to say, I just need 10 minutes. I need 30 minutes. I can't talk right now. Like, we're still trying to get to that place. We still have moments of trying to get there. It's so much better than it was, trust me. But the reality is, you guys, you got 2 grown women who are boss women. I mean, we're going to butt heads. We're going to have disagreements.
Who both need to grow in
Absolutely.
their areas of challenge.
Absolutely.
I shut down. And she just, and the more she roars, the more I shut down. And the more I shut down, it's just like this cycle that can't stop.
Babe, but you were, and you...
I roar sometimes too, yeah.
A lot of times, baby.
Yeah.
We both do.
We've told them that.
I'm just saying we both do, so I want
We
to
were
make sure
just talking about in general, like our coping, or whatever you want to call it, mechanism is mine's shut down, for sure.
And mine is get it out.
And hers
and
is completely
confront the
different.
brutal facts and the reality. Confront it head on. Let's work through it and keep it moving. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
That is me, right? Mm-hmm. Talk, get it all out, and let's move on.
If I'm forced to talk, I say things I don't mean. That can happen.
Well, that happens too.
It happens, yeah, it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens.
Or it has happened more so.
It happens from both people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, I think it's important to say this, sometimes if we don't stop ourselves, and I'm talking about couples, you guys, if you can't stop yourself, and I'm in one style of coping and she's in another style of coping, and it's not working, and it just keeps going and going and going, it does so much damage. And it's hard to get over that, because you're saying things perhaps that you don't mean, or that, are just emotionally driven. And I'm reacting in a way that, I'd like to speak, but I absolutely can't at sometimes. And sometimes if you can't catch yourself and say, let's just take a time out, let's just put this on the table for 30 minutes. You go in the other room, I'm going to stay here. Let's just be quiet. Because if you can do that, chances are, like, T will go away. Sometimes we would go to bed, still in a little bit of a, And I'm telling you, every single time, I'm so proud of my wife for this, because it doesn't mean, I'm not saying because she was wrong and she thought about it. I'm not saying that at all, because we were both wrong, clearly. There's always something wrong from both parts, right? But my wife, when she talks to you guys about journaling and she talks to you about, gratitude and all those things, she really does that every morning. And so she would get up in the morning after we'd been at night, but we were in the same bed, because that's an agreement we made after the first time she left the bedroom. So she goes into her room and she journals and she writes down everything. And I'm telling you, she would come to me almost every time and say, baby, I was thinking about what we were talking about last night, and maybe I'm just making things up. Maybe I could have said that a little different, and maybe I didn't hear you correctly. She really would dissect it and assign value to it and dismiss the things that weren't important. And it helped me learn how to do that, because then I felt safe. When I'm in those times that I shut down, it's because I don't feel safe. And not that she's threatening me, it's just I don't feel safe. And I carry that from way, way, way back when, but when she comes to me and she's done this, like, journaling and kind of, self-examination, whatever, it encouraged me to do the same, so you've helped me grow there.
And so you all, if you have someone who's a processor, and if you know anything about Aries, like we're going to go, and then we're not even remember why we were upset. Like we don't hold grudges. We don't hold emotions. We don't hold things against people. That's just not grudges on our shoulder. We don't do that. However, what is so important for me, and I talk to you about this all the time, is writing down your thinking, like journaling, processing your thoughts. What was I feeling in that moment? And then you can't hear your partner in the heat of the moment. It doesn't matter what I say to her when she's in that space. It doesn't matter what she says to me when she's in that space. We're like, it's a wrap. We're done. We're not hearing each other. So even just writing it down and just making sure that you're processing your feeling, processing the language. Even yesterday I said something to her that she was like, she didn't like the way I said something. And I said, you know what? I'm going to apologize for that. There's a different way I could have said that. So I should not have said that. This is what I meant by that, but I understand why you were offended by the words I used. I couldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done it last March. But you grow and you realize there are some things. I know my wife, and there's some things, first of all, if it's not a deal breaker, like I don't even always bring it up, right? You don't have to bring up every grievance you have with your partner. There are things that drive her crazy about me, and there are things about her that drive me crazy. But the bottom line is, you don't have to air every grievance you have. There are some things you're like, well, yeah, I don't, she ain't gonna say this. I'm gonna just keep it moving because I love her, and that's just what that is. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because some things just don't matter. In the full scheme of things, they just don't matter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we've always heard, choose your battles, but everything cannot be a battle. It just can't be.
Right.
Because you won't move forward at all. There has to be so much compromise. And compromise is not a bad thing. And I think more than compromise, it's accepting your partner, the way they're wired and what they need and all of that. So if your goal is actually to support your partner and to give them what they need, it's not going to feel like a compromise. Now I light candles and I think she's going to be so happy. It's the truth. And before I thought, oh geez, I hate the smell of all this, that was the way I felt about it. I don't feel that way anymore because I changed my mind and my heart around it. And you can do that with many different things in your life. If you really start focusing on your partner and making sure they're happy and they feel warm and welcome and, seen. Right, baby? Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Jasmine said marriage is hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard work.
It is, but it's worth it.
It's hard work. Anyone who tells you, oh, it's just a piece of cake, it's easy peasy.
That's right, nosy po.
Yeah, you got to work at it. Mm-hmm. All right, so when we get to 500,000 likes, we're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to start now into last September and October. We're going to start talking about that. Okay?
Let me see what we were doing. Yeah, okay.
All right, so hit the double tap. We're trying to get to 500K likes. Double tap, double tap. It's our anniversary. If you're new here to the TC Fam, my name is Tracy. This is my wife, Cheryl. And today we're celebrating 18 months of marriage with you all. We even have a little cake and confetti we're going to have at the end of our conversation today. I know that was quick, Sarah. Thank you, Dominique, for the hearts. Appreciate the gifts. Crystal needs a laugh. I'm thinking something. What's funny?
I don't know.
You never know. There's much funny, y'all, right now. But you know how y'all may make us laugh.
You never know.
But sometimes, you guys, we all we do is laugh on the live, and then other times we have church. I mean, we're just.
It is what it is.
Legit who we are, yeah. And today's probably a little bit more serious about our relationship and where we've been, and then where we are, and then where we aspire to be, because we're still growing.
It's interesting because a lot of you guys talk often and comment often about what you see here, and that's what you want, and that's what love's supposed to be like, and all of that. And that makes us really happy. Mm-hmm. And we wish that for you. But in moments like this, we want to share with you the real things it takes to get here, and to stay here. Mm-hmm. So, we were just normal girls, that said, oh, I think she's cute. Oh, I think she's cute
Let's
too.
be together.
Let's be together. And, that doesn't mean we had a clue how to do it. And we also didn't go to a counselor. Someone just asked if we went to couples counseling. We did not do any of that. But we were committed to being respectful of each other in this relationship and trying to do anything we could to make it work. And we had that commitment. We're not going anywhere, especially after a couple of months. We weren't going anywhere, but we had to talk through it. Wow. Thank you, Proud Mary.
Thank you, Nosy73. All right, so now we're into September, October 2022.
Yeah, this is a good one.
And this is where what I call not everything is 50-50. So I just think my mind of a marriage or relationship, it's 50-50. You both are equal, you both do your part. And the reality is, in all different types of situations, it's not always 50-50. There may be a time where I'm operating at 70%, right? And I'm like, baby, I'm stressed the hell out at work. I have so much going on. I only have 30% right now that I can give. What does my wife have to do? She has to pick up the rest, and she has a 70%. It could be a time where you and your partner or your wife or spouse or what have you is having financial challenges, and you normally are in it together, 50-50 on bills. And you may have to pick up 60% this month, and I got the other 40, but when it's your turn, if that happens, I got you. You have to think about, this is not 50-50. The relationship could be 80-10, 90-10, it could be straight 50-50. It just depends on where you are and what the situation is. And so thinking about, it's not about it being equal, it's about it being equitable. What can you give that makes sense, that's fair, and what can your other person give? And not just about money. It's really about just everything that encompasses just living, y'all. It's hard sometimes. You go through stuff, and I may be completely tapped out, or my wife, when she was sick, may have been like, hell, I only got 10%. I got you, boo. I got the 90. I got you. But you have to be able to talk through those things and have the conversation of, this is all I have right now. So your person can have you, the rest of you. Mm-hmm. What do you say, baby?
Yeah, I think that's I know that to be true. And I think it might be helpful to think in terms of, your life together is a whole circle, and it's divided in segments, it's like what do you call that, a graph or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, there's the financial responsibility, that's, I don't know what weight you would give that. And then there's taking care of the house. And then there's, taking care of whatever it is that makes up your whole entire life together. And, sometimes that wheel switches, like Tracy was saying, I may be paying for more than she's paying for, or vice versa. Or, you have an agreement, let's just say. You could set it up like, okay, your partner works and you guys have kids, let's just say, or you're planning a family or whatever, and your job is just as important as that job that's making money, because you are supporting the home, you're supporting the kids, and it's full time, So you have to be okay with all of that just kind of changing as it needs to. Mm-hmm. Because there are so many ways you can contribute to your couple, mm-hmm. And it all has to be done by someone. So, kind of just divide it up and see what feels right, and then allow it to change. Look at it again, in 3 months, or as things change.
Mm-hmm. And be sure to communicate, mm-hmm. that. Especially if you are completely zapped out or drained or depleted or whatever it is that you're feeling, that you're able to communicate that. One of the things my wife and I started saying during this time where things were a little bit challenging, we don't really have to do it as much now because we've established this, but we would say I need a safe space to talk to you about something. I need a safe space. Mm-hmm. Meaning don't go off, don't get crunk, whatever. I need a safe space. And if that's a safe space to say, look, baby, I'm super anxious today. I don't know what's going on, but I'm highly anxious. And I really can't, do much. I can't go out. I want to just stay in the house. And then my person, I need you to have me. You need to be able to speak to you and communicate and just say that to your person as well. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Jared was just saying, everything's not about money. And that is so true. because it takes more than money to make a life, a life where people feel supported and appreciated. And, because you can always hire someone to come and clean the house. Okay. We could split that. We don't do that. We take care of each other, and that's our choice, I mean, I know T would probably rather have a maid, but I'd rather be doing my wife's laundry because that's what I want to do for her. I want to care for her. We can both pay to have it done. I don't want to pay someone to take care of my wife. I want to take care of my wife, and I don't want her paying for somebody to take care of me. I don't. I mean, that's just me. We've never had that conversation. But
well, you didn't want a housekeeper initially.
No, I don't.
And we did a little bit, but you're like, I really don't like that.
No,
and I was like, I really want a housekeeper. I like a housekeeper.
Yeah, well.
So again, she didn't want it. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. We'll make it work. And I guess my whole thing is like, I work so many hours, I work so long, so hard. The last thing I always say I wanted to do on the weekend is be cleaning up. Like, I don't want to spend my time just cleaning a bunch of stuff. Like, just get someone to clean it so that way we have more time that's free to do other things. But,
Yeah. Take care of each other. The maid won't pray for her while she's folding the laundry.
Oh, she didn't do laundry though. It wasn't laundry. It was just cleaning the floors. Dusting, like the baseboards, all the little stuff that we, it's really not fun to do, so. Okay. Next, double tap, you guys. We're at 569 likes. Double tap, double tap. Thank y'all for joining us for our anniversary conversation. 18 months, what have we learned? A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Lots of good things.
Someone said, what do you do for Cheryl? A lot.
She does a lot for me.
I lift my wife a lot, and I share a lot about what she does, and because I love her and I want to put her out there, but it's very reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I think this is when you wrote My Love.
This kind of goes along October, November. It was kind of entering like fall is my favorite. And with autumn and fall is when like seasons change and it's like new beginnings and renewal. That's why I love the fall. And I also realized around that time that you can't prioritize everyone and everything. So during this time, you all, I had a full-time job, a very demanding job. I had my nonprofit organization that I was running. I had a cohort of leaders I was, mentoring, spending weekends doing that. Then I was teaching a part-time in a doctoral program at SMU. So I had 3 jobs basically in the fall. This is the fall of our first year of marriage. I was tired. I was worn out. I was, burning both ends of the stick. And I really had to learn that I had to, number one, say no. And I also had to learn that if I prioritize my wife, I can't prioritize everything else, right? So when I kept saying yes to something, I was not saying no to other things, right? So I'm teaching this weekend, the whole weekend I taught. So I would work 7 days in a row, all week, teach on the weekend, run my cohort, had the luncheon coming up in November last year.
Board meetings
at night, and then all the prep work that goes with it. I was also doing a little consulting where I was doing some speaking engagements. And the reality was I was prioritizing everything, which meant I wasn't prioritizing my relationship. So my wife really challenged me to think about, first, I was doing it for the experience. She's like, well, it's not for the money. It's for the experience. But it was more than that. It was like, you know what? But I don't have a lot of time for me. And I always say save room for yourself. But also, how are you prioritizing your wife and your new marriage, which that's the most important time in your marriage, is that beginning foundation. And so I really learned in October, November. You see?
You're just way out of the camera, my love. I want them to see you.
So that was something I had to learn, is prioritizing my life. And I also learned that, you can't have the same life that you had before. You can't be single and married. And I don't mean single as in like other people. I mean in terms of like, saying yes to everything, doing whatever you want. Like ain't.
I think that's maybe one of the first times we had that conversation about giving from your reserves. Because I remember sitting right here having it. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
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 want to say anything else about that?
Oh, no. We love you, Trisha. We love you, Patricia. All right. Holidays. You want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. November, December.
Yeah.
Last November, December.
Yeah. It was our first Christmas together
As a married couple.
as a married couple. Yeah. It was so nice. To make a tree together and buy sweet gifts and have matching pajamas and have Jax on the floor with us, and yeah, it was really magical. It was beautiful. And I think it's important that you tell them the kinds of things that you would do during Christmases past, traveling and, to try to, what I'm going to say about your family. And I think this is important for you to talk about.
So, yeah. It got hot all of a sudden again. Something that I learned again in November, December, because it was Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, is like during the holidays, I always traveled. I always traveled Thanksgiving. I always traveled Christmas. I was at the beach somewhere. I was doing all kinds of things. And part of it is, the Christmas, and especially Christmas, but Thanksgiving and Christmas really signal like family. And my parents and both of my brothers died around the holidays. So my mom and dad died in early January. My brother Butch died in early January. And my brother Jeff, as you know, died December 27th. So the holidays were just really like blue, like really just, a sad time for me. And so I would just leave. I would travel. I would go do things. I would, just kind of not be with someone. It was just like I was just, repurposing the holidays. So that year at Christmas, it was like I realized that I was not alone, that I didn't have to run to the beach or go away, but I had a new family with my wife and her kids. And it was very interesting because I was like, well, baby, I might just go see my sister or whatever. And your kids are here and y'all could just hang out. And she's like, no, we're going to be together. But it was like, for me, it was my realization that first, you don't have to run. You can repurpose the holidays and really try to make it more meaningful. And so we had a Christmas party here. We hosted at the house, and it was really great. And had our tree, and it was just really a sweet Christmas. But I think that was my learning for the holidays. It's like, you can have both. I only did not just marry her. I married into her family. So, you don't just marry the person, you marry their whole family. So then it was like the whole family's around, and I'm just really experiencing something different. Even being with someone with kids, it's just very different for me. So it was all a very new experience for me. But finding my connection to like C's family was really, really meaningful. Yeah.
The next one's hard.
That's okay.
Yeah, the next one's hard.
Go ahead. It's still December. December.
Do you want me to talk about that one? That was a challenge, but you want to just skip it and
yeah,
go to...
I think, we came off this beautiful high of, our first Christmas together and just really having a great time. And a lot of you know that a couple of days after Christmas, my brother passed away, Jeff. Most of you know, there are a lot of people who are new here, but died unexpectedly and in a workplace accident. So it was a very traumatic loss. And I think through that, again, I'd lost my parents and lost another brother, but having a wife, who was there, and who was like, the moment I got the call, who came to the floor with me when I fell to the floor, who was right there with me at the funeral. Edie, sweetie, posted a picture of us holding hands on her IG today. That was at my brother's funeral. And just the importance of like having a person who's in there with your family. Now, she was the only little redhead something in the whole city. All these black folks, and here come my little baby with her little red hair. But she was there, and it made me just realize the importance of like, Tracy, you're not by yourself. You don't have your parents, you've lost your two brothers, but you are not alone. And that really just, his death signaled so many things for me, so we're not going to spend time talking about that today. But just for me, it was knowing that I have, you know, I have someone. And it was the whole city, Crystal. It was a small town. It was a small town. And so Cheryl was,
in the minority.
she was in there. And my brother, y'all, can I tell him about what he said about me? No, I won't say that.
Well, you can say whatever.
Okay.
You can say whatever.
That's okay.
Whatever.
Anyway, I miss him so much. He loved her so much. So that's it. I want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I can say it now because it's a segue. So my brother, my wife is about to tell you about her, you know, making national news and all that. My brother kept calling me, Jeff, calling. I'm like, why does he keep calling me? So I'm making sure he's okay. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You didn't tell me that you married Herschel Walker's girlfriend? And he was just, laughing. He thought he's a big football person. So he was like, man, you got Herschel Walker. I was like, Jeff, settle down. Uncle Jeff, rest in peace. Uncle Jeff. He loved her though, but yeah, he had to say that. So that's a nice segue into my baby in December, like, you know. Right, Leisha. He was a character. Y'all would love him so much. He would be eating all of this up. All the tattoos y'all have, oh my God. He's in heaven, like dancing and singing and so happy.
He is, there's no doubt. Yeah. I wish I could have just met him one time. I wish I could have met him a million times, but just once, you know, just to be in his presence and feel his spirit and hug him, you know, but it didn't happen that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It didn't happen that way.
High tide, Uncle Jeff, right.
So, may I talk about this just for a second? Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we also were allowed, I don't know how to say this. How do I start it, baby?
Just start it, baby. What happened in December?
Yeah, so
what we learned about,
we learned about it. That's what I want to say is, just tell us.
Baby, they already know. So
it's
just,
like
I don't know.
I'm stumped on it.
I'm not really sure why. Yeah.
I want you in here with me, baby.
Well, it's hard to do both, baby.
I know you have to get behind my shoulder.
Well, can you scoot up some more then? Mm-hmm. She's stalling.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why, but...
So I don't know why either. This is always hard for me to talk about for some reason. But so in early December, and this was, you know, we were planning our Christmas and all excited. We just come off of Thanksgiving and it's our first holidays together, like T was just telling you. And T was interviewing for her new position, and so she was out of town. And it was a really, really exciting time because she was making a big change with her career, and you know, we were spending the holidays together, and Jeff hadn't yet passed away, so it was just like everything in the world just looked so beautiful. And I got a phone call, and they started asking me about my past relationship, you know, which I told you guys about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. And they wanted to interview me. And so the story went out in print, and then they came here and they interviewed me in person, and it, you know, was put out over all the, you know, major news stations across the country. And I was here by myself that whole week. But my wife, this is the part that I want you guys to understand, that I couldn't have done it without her, first of all. I would have never done it without her blessing, second of all. But even not being here, just knowing that she had my back and she believed in me and she believed in my why of telling the story, gave me all the strength and confidence I needed, because it was a very unsure time. You know, we did not know what was going to be coming our way, and I certainly didn't know what was going to be coming my way. And it allowed us the opportunity to see and experience what trust really looks like. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That was her.
Yeah.
Anything else with that?
You know, it's not easy to, when you have past situations that are suddenly thrown into your current situation. You know, no one ever really welcomes that, and you know, there's so much risk with all of that. But when you have the kind of relationship that we have, and the trust and the respect, you know, that's what made it possible. You know, because otherwise, I think it could have been disastrous for us. You know, well, the story would have never been told. That's for sure. And yeah, but we made that decision together, and it felt really good, you know, to know that my wife, in all situations, and this is the key to it, in all situations, no matter what, had my back and believed in me. So, yeah.
So that was December, going into January, and we're going to kind of speed it up a little bit now, you guys, 'cause it's getting late.
Is it?
We've not even had cake. It's 9:07.
Oh, well, let's hurry.
All right, so double tap. Even though we're talking, you guys, we still want y'all to show us some love now. Double tap for your girls. It's our anniversary. Thank you for the roses, Saniqua and Susan.
We love you guys so much.
Have we messaged Saniqua yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So what's our next
Thank you,
one, baby?
Susan. And Kia's calling. Oh, I wrote this.
Okay, you start this one.
So this one is like January, February. Again, you know, it just lost my brother. It's Valentine's, you know, all that's kind of coming up. And, you know, I was like, you know what? And what I've learned about this love is that it's more than I love yous. Marriage is more than I love yous. It's very easy to play a song and dance and look into each other's eyes, but it's so much more than that. And so I think that for me was a lesson I continue to learn, and know that love is so much more than, marriage is so much more than, you know, I love yous. It's a lot more than that, a lot deeper.
Mm-hmm. The I love yous are fun. There's no doubt. Mm-hmm. And they keep you smiling and keep you feeling that, you know, excitement. But you're right. It's way more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the best ways.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then February, March. Thank you, Tamara, as my wife tees us up for this next one.
Well, you talk about this one, and then I'll go into that one. How about that?
Okay.
That's yours.
The next one's kind of, you know, going into March, which is like, you know, it marks our 1-year anniversary. I'm turning 50. So like something about turning 50 would just hit different. You know, I was 30 was I was a little nervous at 30. 40, I was so excited to turn 40. I was happy about 45. I was happy about 48. But 50, I was like, whoa, slow down now. Slow your roll. I'm turning 50, right? So that was March, February, March. I also made a huge career change. Like after 26 years in public education, I left. And that was a huge shift for me, because I'm going to a brand new organization, working remote, traveling all the time. I had never done that before. So a huge shift. But one thing I realized during that time as I was interviewing, because it took a couple of months to get through the process, was that I couldn't make the decision by myself, right? So I was like, I didn't talk to my wife. I need to ask her, because if I'm gone a lot, I'm traveling a lot, that's implications on her taking care of Jax, missing me, of course, and all of that. So I didn't just apply for the job and say, okay, babe, I interviewed for a job. Here I go. We talked about it, and we weighed pros and cons. She counseled me so often before I even started this process, to make sure this is something that I wanted to do. And so one thing I did learn was just the importance of like every decision that you make, if it has a chance to impact your partner, that you talk about it, with them. And so they say you should have one or no more than 2 major life events a year. I'd already lost my brother, and then I changed jobs. Then I was about to turn 50.
And you moved.
And I moved.
It was 4 out of 5.
And got married. So that's a lot of change in 1 year, a major life events that I experienced that I think was all a part of the growing process too.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So as T was saying, she turned 50, and so that entire month, we celebrated her like every single day, with cards and dinners and little presents and just little surprises, and then I planned a trip for her. We were going to Mexico to Puerto Vallarta. Didn't we go to Puerto Vallarta? Mm-hmm. No, we went to, where was it?
Cabo.
We went to Cabo on that trip. And we went to a resort that we both had been eyeing, but either one of us had been to. And so we were all excited. And we kind of knew something was wrong from the beginning because I wasn't taking pictures, and I always take a ton of pictures when we got there. And long story short, you guys know, I got sick after we got back home. But I don't remember any of that trip, and T's 50th wasn't memorable at all. It was not fun, so we're going to do a redo on that, but that's another story. We came home and I got super sick, went to the hospital, thyroid storm, almost died. But the takeaway in this story is what we learned, and what I can tell you I learned without a doubt. I witnessed it during that time, and even in the time, after the 3 months, 4 months, even till today, the difference having your person, your wife, your spouse in your corner day after day, night after night that you're sick, and just protecting you and paying attention for you and asking the doctors and keeping my family informed and, baby, do you need anything? And being right there. If I moved at night, just moved, baby, what do you need? And that showed me that I am loved, but like really loved. And I'm safe and I'm cared for. And you don't know those things until you go through them. Like all these things we're telling you about, you learn about your partner and you learn about yourself too. But you learn through going through things. And without that experience, I always knew she loved me, and I always felt like she would take care of me if something happened to me. But that test, she passed with flying colors. Yeah.
And one thing, we talk about is that it's easy for people to be around when things are rosy and beautiful and life is perfect. It's when life is hard and there's death and there's sickness and they're losing jobs and financial situations. Those are the times that you really learn if you can withstand the test of time. And if we didn't have as solid of a foundation in the beginning, it would have crumbled us because it was 1 year in literally and she almost died like that. And I just lost my brother. So that was a very, it's hard. Like even the last couple of days we said, can you believe all that's happened to us in the last 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
So many things have happened in the last 6 months. It's just been unbelievable. So,
yeah.
All right, we're almost finished, you guys. I want you to double tap though. Double tap. Thank you for the love. It is our anniversary. Yes, we are married. Everyone, we are married. Today is our anniversary. It's our 18th month anniversary, and we would love for you to show some love by double tapping.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rocky Raquel, for the roses. Appreciate the gifts. Thank you, Didi.
The next part of the story is when we met all of you guys. That was 6 weeks after I got out of the hospital. And T posted an amazing video that went crazy viral. And nothing has ever been the same. And there are a few things that we've learned. You know the ride because you've watched it. You're here with us. So you know how it's developed and how it's grown and, you know, all of that part of the story. But there are some things behind the scenes that we've learned by being a public couple. You know, how to still, do you want to talk about some of that?
Go ahead.
How to protect our relationship and how to prioritize it when we're being pulled in all different directions, I think has been one of the biggest challenges, I would say. Yeah. What else?
Save some for you and save some for the relationship. That's really, you know, super important. I think the other thing is, like, we've talked about this a lot, and a lot of you here know me from before, that I had a TikTok account. And so I made the decision to merge our account. She didn't ask me. She already had her own TikTok account. She didn't use it, but she had one. But I made the decision to change to Tracy and Cheryl because I really thought this would be, we got to do that. Thank you for reminding us, iMethod Beauty. I made the decision because I really wanted this to be our platform, something we did together, you know, that's kind of our project. But, you know, with that also came some challenges too, because I had my own way of running TikTok and how I did my videos and what I like to share. And then again, now, sorry to interrupt your scrolling. That's me. It's now our platform. And so how can I still maintain my own individuality and what I like to share and allow my wife the space to do hers as well, and that we do things together. So that has been something that we have had a lot of conversation around. How does that look, right? We have creative differences sometimes, maybe things that she wants to post or I want to post, and how do we come together to decide what we're going to do for the TC fam? So you probably you can probably figure out like who does what. You may know whose edits or who's posting or what. I don't know if y'all do or not. But it's been a journey, you guys. Like, I feel like we have relived so much of our relationship just by talking to you all and creating videos, which has been really, really fun as well. But it certainly it's been different for our relationship. Mm-hmm. It really has been. Yeah. We know when C posts because it's got shade. And then I'm all like, look at my baby. She's so beautiful and wonderful. What else, baby?
I think it's been, well, I was just going to add to what you were just saying, that it's changed our relationship, but I think it's changed our relationship in an amazing way. Because like we said to you before, when we post things, it's like we're reliving the moments, you know, and it's like, oh baby, that really was so sweet, wasn't it? So we talk about it, we share it all over again, like when we reshare it with you. So yeah, I think it's been a very extremely positive thing for our relationship. Yeah. And it's really nice to have a joint project, you know, because I was always doing my own thing, but she doesn't speak that language and she does her own thing and I don't speak that language. Of course, we listen to one another and all, and we're interested, but now we have this common, you know, TC fam. So we get to talk about you guys and what we're going to post, and yeah, it's really sweet. Right, baby? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it. That gets you up to date.
So that's basically some lessons learned, some things we've learned the last 18 months of being married. We're here on our anniversary with you all, celebrating because
we love you.
We love y'all.
And now we're going to light our candles.
We're going to light our candle, have a little cake
and
with you.
And our sparklers.
We're going to have some TC fam cake. Thank you, Marina. Alex0125, thank you for the roses. Thank y'all for the love. We talk about this being, our platform is our ministry in a way. It's a way to connect people who may look different, who may think differently, who may have different interests, but all are united around just this love that we have for each other. And, you know, in the last 4 months, I will say this too. It takes a lot to be a content creator. It's not easy work to continue to give and create videos and talk on lives. And I think we've done probably 60 lives so far. Mm-hmm. So a ton of time and energy goes into that. So we just want you to know, we consider it our privilege and we consider our ministry to be able to connect with you all, and all the love you give us in return makes it all worthwhile. The taps, the messages, the screenshots of our face, the edits, Y'all, it's our anniversary. Y'all should be giving to us. You want us to do giveaways for our anniversary? Y'all should be double tapping for us today. We think we're going to just do that. Well, we do have to give away the brow stamps. We have one giveaway that we're going to give from iMethod Beauty. iMethod Beauty is pinned right now. You all know that we love our brow stamp kit. Many of you all, we've sent them to you. Others have purchased. And so iMethod Beauty, to celebrate our anniversary, is going to give away 3 brow stamp kits. And they're going to mail them directly to your house, so you don't have to worry about ordering them. And so how are we going to do it? But we are going to ask you to follow iMethod Beauty.
Yeah.
It is the easiest eyebrow stamp. It has your brows looking good. You know how we try to keep our brows looking. And it is super inexpensive, and it's really easy to apply. So
it's super easy to use, yeah.
Follow them on TikTok, follow them on IG, because they've been giving out brow kits to the TC fam.
Yep. So how are we going to choose our, well, first of all, who wants a brow kit? Because some people may not need it. We don't want to just choose
and
randomly.
then we just call. Let's just,
so.
But you have to follow them, okay?
Yeah, you have to follow them. And then let us know if you,
and you have to be in the U.S. You have to be in the U.S. for shipping, you guys, okay? So,
Jovial Jade, I love her. Yeah, so, you have to be in the United States also, because they don't ship overseas. Do they ship to Canada? Did we decide that?
I think U.S. and Canada.
U.S. and Canada.
We don't have a lot of Canadians. I mean, a few, but
not very many.
A ton.
Yeah. So let us know.
And then my baby's going to just choose them because she's the baby.
Lex Ashley said, I need some new brows.
I think she
How
should
about
get
Lex
some.
Ashley?
Lex Ashley.
Lex Ashley. Brow winner number 1.
Lex Ashley, don't forget to follow, all of you, follow iMethod Beauty on TikTok and IG, and we're going to be sending you a brow kit. If you would send your address to AB or Liz or Bree or one of the mods.
One of our mods, yeah.
We'll
and they'll get us
sure.
your information.
Okay. She's a sub.
Miss Amber said, help.
Miss Amber, you're a winner, baby. Miss Amber is going to get a brow kit from iMethod Beauty. Don't forget to follow them on IG and TikTok and send your address and we'll get those to you.
Okay, and we have one more. Someone's asking for prayers
Trisha.
tomorrow. Trisha, yes, we are going to be praying for you, Trisha. I need brows.
Carrie.
Red Bone Girl.
Oh.
Red Bone, what did it say?
I just choked, Carrie.
Oh, you just Carrie.
We're going to have 4.
Okay, iMethod Beauty, we did 4 by mistake.
iMethod, we have 4. Carrie, and then who else? Redbone?
Redbone, what was it? Redbone? I was trying to read it.
So Redbone and, who did I say?
You said Carrie?
Carrie,
Is that what you said?
Kerry. If you would send your addresses, and we're going to get those brow kits sent to you directly from iMethod Beauty. Don't forget to like and follow them on TikTok.
Somebody just said 4 turns to 5 and 5 turns to 10. They
But
know
we are going to do
No, because
some,
they told us 3 and we just did 4.
We are going to do some bingo giveaways, though.
Yeah.
I take it
Please.
back. Can we do cake now?
We're going to do cake and then we're going to do bingo giveaways.
We're going to do cake to
You
celebrate our
guys are not
anniversary.
ready for this cake. Hold on.
We're going to have a little cake. Y'all got a sponsor. iMethod Beauty's awesome. You guys, and again, you know we don't just align ourselves with anybody, but we like iMethod Beauty.
We like their product.
Yeah, it's a great product. And it's really inexpensive. And it's easy to use. My baby does mine because I don't,
Okay, how am I going to light this?
I'm going to hold it.
Okay.
Are we going to light it on top of that paper?
Well, I need something to hold it on. What should I hold it on?
I'll
get a round, I have a round tray.
Yes, here we
Hold
go.
on.
Are y'all ready? We don't have any ice cream. Thank you, Fidel. Hi, Femme Fidel. Fierce Fidel. We love easy, right, Jolly, Jared? Mm-hmm. It's my baby's favorite. It's her favorite, so that's what we got.
But I got you your favorite too. Baby.
She got me my own little...
Yeah,
Hi,
I got you your
Jax.
favorite too. Okay, you want to hold it and I'll light them?
It's our anniversary.
We got everything going on this cake. We have queen crowns.
I took a picture too with it.
You guys are gonna have to take a screenshot because we have our hands full over here.
Hurry, baby, hurry.
I'm hurrying, baby. It takes a minute for it to light.
Why you put all of them on there? All $35.
Because I love them.
It's all $35.
Turn it this way a little bit so they can see it, baby.
You hear me?
I put all $35 worth on there.
Why
These
my
candles
wife
were
spent-
expensive.
How are we gonna build an empire? My wife spent $35 on crown candles and the number 1 and 8. $35 just on the candles. How are we gonna build an empire, y'all? Crystal, where's Aiden? How are we gonna build an empire?
Okay, now get ready for this, guys. Are you ready? Hold
Let's
it
get a
down
picture
just
first,
a little
baby.
bit. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay, take a picture. That's our 18 in the front. You guys got it? Okay, now these are sparklers, so let's hope it doesn't go too crazy. But here we go.
Baby!
I know. You want me to hold it?
I'm holding it.
Okay, but turn it this way just a little bit.
Baby, they can see.
I'm
They
looking
can
to
see, baby.
I gotta light them.
Well, how are we gonna build an empire if she spent $35 on 6 candles?
Okay, get ready, because here they come. It's supposed to be a sparkler!
Baby, hurry!
It's not lighting! This is not lighting!
It's gonna go out!
That one's not lighting! Oh, there it is! Yay!
It's
That's what a $35 sparkler
That was
looks like.
$12 just for the 1 and the 8. You see how fast we burned through that?
It's like fireworks. Okay, ready? We're gonna
Yes.
make a wish. Make a wish. Okay. Yay!
She burnt the empire. See? Yeah. And then I didn't even ask her how much it cost. She came home and said, this cost $35. I almost passed out.
That was just the candles.
I know. We're about to eat some cake with y'all, okay? We love y'all so much. Thank you for being here for part of our for our anniversary. We're at 923,000 likes. It'd be great to get to 1 million likes for our anniversary. Thank you, Proud Mary, for the gifts. If I don't think about the empire, who will? See?
Your wife thinks about the empire.
No, they were saying all Tracy thinks about is the empire.
Your wife thinks about it too.
Same person who, I said, baby, did you look at the price? I didn't look at the price when I got it. Oh, okay.
You know why, guys? You know why I don't look at the price? You know why I don't look at the price? Because it takes all the fun out of it. I like to be spontaneous. If I like it, I like it. Just like my wife. I like it, I like it. I didn't ask you how much it was going to cost.
For what?
You? Look how pretty this cake is. It's raspberry white
We don't
chocolate.
live like that, y'all. That's just, she just,
What?
that's the richest shit I ever heard.
What?
Baby, you didn't look at price tags.
On
That's
candles? Surely we're safe buying a candle in a store.
It's not just candles, baby.
I was talking about candles.
See, Jax is telling on
Jax is
her.
talking about candles too.
Jax is in my office barking all the way from in there.
Roman Empire, literally with the burning.
Sweet Bree and Leash and them.
Alicia, now.
Y'all will get to meet Sweet Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's our anniversary.
You've got to share the wedding cake.
I don't really care for this cake. And we're gonna do it the rest of it.
I don't know.
Give it to the concierge.
We'll give it to somebody.
We're gonna have this bite and be like, okay, we're done. Fidel, thank you. It's, yeah.
I have to eat this part with the icing.
All of it. Why are we sharing a piece of cake? No, we're right-handed. But why are we sharing? Why couldn't I have my own piece of cake?
You can.
Oh, I'm gonna get the pumpkin. I can go get
We're
it.
sharing the wedding cake like when you get married. That's what we're doing.
Babe, we didn't call Instacart. breakfast for a while.
You don't have what?
Breakfast? Okay, Sweet Bree. Sweet Bree, tell us what kind you want. Look on their website and tell us what kind you want. Nothing but cake.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what flavor you want. We'll make sure you have one. We love RTC fam.
We sure will.
Ain't nobody beat us loving RTC fam.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Cake for breakfast.
That's a good idea. My favorite is right now is pumpkin spice because it's right now the season for it. So she got me a little one, and we've not really been eating stuff like this. This is just for our anniversary.
We just did this with you guys. We used you as an excuse.
Oh, there's some left. The red velvet's good too. You see? I don't even have a piece. I had one bite. Yes, Mads, we have a YouTube channel. All of our lives are on YouTube. You could literally watch for, how long would it in a row, if someone watched our YouTubes for 8 hours a day, how many days in a row would they need to watch? Because y'all all know. No, baby, go ahead.
Okay. Maybe give us another piece.
You mean get you another piece? Yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry. What
For cake?
Oh, hello, snack. No neck. No cheese. That's all good.
We have crackers and peanut butter. I have salad and tuna. I have all kinds of good things in there.
Baby, we're at 1 million. We're at 1 million. We didn't even see it.
Hold on.
We didn't see. Sorry. Thank y'all.
Hold on.
We got 1 million likes for our anniversary. Yay! 1 million. Woo! Oh, somebody gonna come clean this up. Baby.
We got 1 million. That's awesome.
We were just eating the
Yay!
cake.
It's nice to have 1 million for our little anniversary party.
I need 1
You guys
million
are the
doctors
best.
nuts. Okay, we're gonna let you go night night.
Thank you. No, we have to give away our
Baby, I had one bite of cake.
I'll
for
get you
real.
some. Hold on.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
I'll get you some.
I'm used to it. No, I don't really want that. If you were gonna eat some, I'd have a couple bites, but
Can we get it after?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Thank you, Fidel. Thank you for the roses for us hitting 1 million likes. London's housekeeper is on the way. She does not want a housekeeper. Call me, London.
Stay till 1.8.
Broadway Bandit, thank you so much.
It's 4:30 in the morning there.
Auntie C liked that cake.
Oh, it's so good.
She does.
It's so good.
Who else is playing bingo? Everybody on this live.
Aggressive whisper scream.
Oh, look at that.
What is that?
Proud Marriott spaghetti? What is that?
They were sharing spaghetti like we were sharing the cake. Oh,
We are at 60.
so cute.
Alicia, we were at 60. How are we at 63? Those 3 people that we called out are getting a brow kit.
Yeah, the last 3 are brow kits.
We need their address. Because iMethod Beauty is mailing them a brow kit.
We're at 63.
Thank you,
she
gifted
said.
one.
Okay.
Leisha.
No, I said over 60 earlier. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Tell her, Leisha.
Redbone
Okay.
Girl, thank you. And Fidel.
Thank you, Fidel.
If someone comes over here and cleans up the mess, we'll give you a piece of cake.
I'm cleaning up the mess for cake.
Oh, never mind.
I got this.
Love you, Leisha Boo. Thank you, Fidel. Fidel said bon anniversario.
Yes. Where can I get this bingo? We're about to show you.
That's a lot of work, TT. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna jump off in a little bit because it's 9:35. We've been on live for 2.5 hours almost. But we really wanted to spend a little time with y'all today. So thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for engaging us.
And thank you for 1.1 thousand people hanging with us. How fun
On
is
a
that?
random
On a random
Tuesday
Tuesday night.
that we decided to go live.
Talking about marriage. Yeah, that's sweet.
She's married.
We love you. I'm married. I'm married.
I'm married.
We're married, y'all. Thank you, Ashley. Jack said, let me get my French maid outfit on.
Okay, are we going to do a couple of
Yep.
giveaways?
Okay, so this is how we did it last time. All right, how many are we going to give away?
7.
We're going to give away 7, and that's going to get us up to
70.
70. Okay? So, what 7 of you are just dying to join our other 63 playing bingo, virtual bingo? Subs. Yeah, you have to be a subscriber. Someone keep count.
Crystal, you already know.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Sierra. We both said Sierra.
Yeah, I had trouble reading
Okay,
it.
make sure they have time to write it down.
Dawn.
Baby, give them time to write
Okay,
it down.
Sierra and Dawn. I'm going to look away for a minute.
You're getting excited now.
I
I already know
know.
what's going to happen.
That
It's going to be
was
21.
That was 2. Can I look again? Sierra and Dawn. You want to pick one?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Grace.
Okay, that's 3.
Grace is going to play bingo. Bingo, baby.
Alethea Brown. That's who I was going to say.
Alethea.
Alethea. And then I want to say one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind Chris. Can I say another one?
Of course.
Keely Charles.
How many is that?
I think that's 5. Is
No,
that
it's
5?
not, baby.
How many is that?
That's okay.
It was 6. Oh, we only have
Go
one
ahead.
more. We only have one more. Okay, random. I'm going to close my eyes. And the first person I see when I go back over there, right? Are you going to help me?
Shalila.
Yes.
Same one?
Yes.
I think that's how we
But
pronounce
it's hard for me to pronounce
Shalila?
it. Shalila.
We love you.
Chellilla.
You are it.
I can spell it, but I can't say it.
Welcome to TC
That was
Fam
7.
Virtual Bingo. Send your email address to Alicia or Sweet Bree.
Yeah.
Thank you,
On
Fidel.
TikTok. Thank you, Fidel.
I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, that
We
gets
did
us up
3
to
brow
that
kits.
gets us up
We
to
did
70. for
ish.
Bingo. Yeah.
Ish. Prissy, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you, Gio. And thank you to all those sweet people that gave us gifts while we were talking, and we couldn't.
I know we couldn't even
We
thank
couldn't
you.
say anything, but we saw them coming.
We
Mary
did.
Kay and
Thank you, Gio,
yeah, there were a
Paloma,
bunch of them.
all the gifters, Crafty Kamika.
Mhm.
Thank you for double tapping. That is a gift for us. It shows your engagement, and TikTok shares our video when they see you double tapping.
Yeah, they sure do.
That's how we were able to get so many people here today. So thank you, Laura, for the gifts, and Robin. Appreciate you all. Jam Meg, you changed your name, didn't you? We had to look twice at that one. Crafty Kamika, we love you.
Thank you, Dawn.
And thank you for the gifts. Kimmy, thank you so much for our rolling shelf. You have no idea how that's going to help us.
We can't wait to go live again just so we can show you our how we outfitted it. Yeah, it's going to be rolled up right here next to us. I'm so excited.
Great. Thank you, Pastor Shan, for the beautiful card. And then we also got the poetry book. Who's the poetry book from, baby?
Hold on.
We're going to thank you again for the poetry book. Oh, it's from Gay Gay. Something Gay Gay.
Lady Gay Gay.
Lady Gay Gay, thank
Yeah.
you so much for the poetry book, too.
McKaylin.
Very sweet. So we're going to start saying our good nights.
It was an awesome idea for a gift. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perfect.
We agree, Gio. Good night, Jackie. Joyful Jackie. Good night, kind Chris. Proud Mary, thank you
night,
so
Ashley.
much. Fidel, thank you so much for the love. Crafty Kamika, thank you for the love. Good night, Kansanda. Thank you, Amanda.
Good night, Shadia Marie.
Thank you, Keandra.
Good night, Deja. Good night, T. Why is she smiling so hard? Listen, if you were sitting in my seat, you would be smiling hard too.
I said it. She said it. I didn't.
That's all I have to say about that. Good night, Nicole. Good night, Tandy. We love you too.
Good night, Tyra.
Good night, Leslie.
Good night,
Purple
Purple.
14SG. She said what she said.
Thank you. Happy anniversary, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you so much.
Parker. Good night, Parker. Good night, Anna. Look at her little emotes.
Aw.
When you say good night, show us your favorite emotes as you all say good night, okay? And then we're going to hang up.
Yeah.
It's going to be silent for the emotes. Sweet dreams after party.
Good night, Charlotte.
Good night, Susan. We love you. Good night, TC Fam Rose. We love
that
you,
one.
Mo.
Yes, we're married. This was our anniversary party, 1 year and 6 months tonight. Love it, AB.
Good
All
night,
of them.
Rocco. Proud Mary used them all. Good night, Stephanie. Babe, how many times would we say good night? 100.
Oh, about 100, yeah.
Good night, Sherry.
If we could, we'd say it 814 times
We would.
to everyone who's on. Okay, guys, thank you so much for celebrating with us. We really had a great time. We hope you did too.
Before we go, we are the TC fam. 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 Good night, you all. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you.